Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Play action. It's Darnold. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Now let's go.
Back to throw, Darnold. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They run. Abdullah. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on third and goal. Here's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's fourth and goal. Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Space to maneuver at the 40. He will not go down.
Have to retake those ankles.
And he gets this one down to the 24. A big play there for Cincinnati. 51 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He drops it off for Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, Hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, here's Mixon. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Hot!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me.
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a really good backhand.
It's some nice top spin on the
little bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff. Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Darnold. Now he'll escape to his left. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
when big runs occur, sometimes there's a sense that things were pretty easy, and that one carried them down inside the 10. But getting into the end zone now, that won't be easy at all because you're going to face different defenses and not as much real estate to work with. Will they be able to run it, or will they have to throw it in order to try and score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. A play fake, and it's Darnold sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2.
Give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Bullock good on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. As it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Detroit! Detroit!
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Detroit!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Lucky 56.
Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And Bullock will put this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
New York set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is going to be incomplete.
These two offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes this a 9-point game. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. A first down throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. A final shot before the break. Darnold. A hit turned it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Alert! Alert! 3 out. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lucky 56.
Off of play action, Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Over!
Faking the give, Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a return will stop right around the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That's it, baby.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got a man, complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
On play action, they'll throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
Right, now,
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56.
And the blitz does come. And he comes back with one complete. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Back to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter. Not
only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll go out of bounds, but not before reaching the opposite 35.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. It's Darnold. And that's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
They'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. For a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Pull it good on the extra point. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bullock out now to kick this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They'll look to throw here. Out to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
He'll look to throw. He drops it off for Bernard. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Bengals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Detroit!
They'll give it to Mixon. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Here's a run with Mixon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Back there, Philly, here we go.
And they'll run it here. And an alley to run. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So that one will be accepted.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney!
Now they try the right side here. The ball comes out, but I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who...
Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
breaks free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Hot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now look.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Darnold from the red zone now. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They're going to run it with Abdullah. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and that will get him one closer. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run.
Have an all-white rank.